Hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. You may or may not have guessed, but we are at the mountain today and just chugging away. Again, we're inside. It's kind of nasty outside today. We're definitely over our drought that we had last year. As you probably guessed from the title, today we're going to get this shower pan installed so that we can get it installed, let it set, because it has to sit for 24 hours before the stuff that we're going to use is adhered, so that the next time we come back up, it'll be all set and we can go ahead and put up our backer boards and get this thing tiled up so we can actually start taking a shower. Since you saw we already installed the toilet, and now we're staying in the cabin, so why not do the shower next? So so thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. We really hope you're enjoying this whole build series. Again, I say it, I think every video now. It's taken us a long time, but we do whatever we want to do. We go on vacation, we go visit family, we travel. So we do this when we can, and but now I think we're starting to get the bug a little because we're getting a lot closer. So enough of me jabbering. If you like this, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. I'm gonna zip it. Let's get to busy. All right, so first things first, we already have our area marked out down here. I just want to make sure this is kind of cleaned up underneath here, because we're going to use liquid nails to secure this instead of a backer, and I'll show you why in a minute. So first, I'm just gonna, I swept a little, now I'm gonna vacuum just to make sure that this subfloor is all clean, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to check is for level. So this is why I said I kind of already cheated a little, but I had to make sure I had the right stuff. So we're level going this way. I'm going to check level this way. Yep, we're level front to back. Level there. We're level here. So now if we were not level, I would have to use either one of those leveling compounds that you just pour on there and it levels it out, or why can't I think of the name of the concrete stuff? A thin set kind of thing, right? So I'd have to use a thin set to help kind of level it out. But because we're level, then we're going to get away with using liquid nails. So now that we're clean, I'm going to grab the pan, make sure everything's where it needs to be. We'll do a dry fit with the pan and the drain before we go ahead and put down that glue. So let me grab that pan and the drain, and we'll see how it goes. Since we used 1.5 inch pipe, right, we have to use a reducer. So I have the reducer, and then I have the back side of my drain that's going to go underneath the insert, and I'm just going to set that in place for now. And you see, we still have, I got a lot of flex in this pipe, and I did that intentionally because I didn't want to get it super set until we have the base in place. So now I'm going to grab this base. I'm going to try to line all this up. So I think I got too much. See that? I got too much down there. So I'm going to have to cut some of that pipe before I do anything, because that's just sticking it up. Especially with the reducer, I have way too much pipe. But you can see, I mean, I can pull that up, what, 2-3 inches. So let me grab the cutters, and I'm just going to cut this off real quick, and then we'll come back and try it again. I had to cut a little bit more of that hole out because you probably don't remember, but when we first put the drain in, or the pipe for the drain, I didn't have a hole saw, so I just cut a hole. and it was too far that way. So I had to cut it this way, because with the adapter and with the center drain, the way it's going to fit down in there, we had to cut some more out. So cut that out, vacuum that up. Now we're going to check, make sure left and right we're level. Across there we're level. Across there we're level. So we're all level. Everything's good where it's at. Now we're going to take all this back out again, and we're going to go ahead and put down the, this is what I was talking about. We're going to do the heavy duty liquid nails. Now I know there's about 10,000 different ways to do this, a bunch of different products, but I don't anticipate this coming up. And this is waterproof and weatherproof. So in theory, it should be good for under here. It's good for the subfloor, and it's good for most types of plastic. So we're going to use it. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't stick, then it doesn't stick. But now you know what we're using. Heavy duty liquid nails. So let me get this out of here, and then I'll show you how we're going to do that. Just like before, we're going to use the Odie Fusion 1. Fusion single step, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. One step. So we're going to put this drain on first before I get the liquid nails down. And then that way I'm not coming back and trying to do it over the liquid nails. So just like we talked about before, a couple rotations with the liquid nails here. A couple on the outside of here. And again, this is a chemical reaction that's going to occur here as I push this on there. Actually, I'm going to lift this up, and then I'm going to squeeze you down and twist, and then I'm going to hold that in place and let that do that chemical reaction. Now people are going to say, I got to let it dry. Well, it's not drying. It's creating a chemical bond in there. So then now this will sit here. So same dealio. I'm going to a couple wraps around you. Couple wraps on the inside here. Try not to make too much of a mess, huh? Then you go on. I'm going to twist and hold. And usually that only takes about 30 seconds before it really starts to bond together. If even that, it's already there. So there you go. Now, let me get the lid on this. And now we're going to do the liquid nails.
Take one.
Take one. I'm going to lay this out. I'm just going to start squeezing it out. Kind of in no particular order, fashion. And you'll see why in a second. Well, 3 of these might not have been enough. I'll just give you the example of what I'm going to do. So 1/2 inch trowel, right? So I'm going to spread it. Oh gosh. And then make 1/2 inch. Like so. So clearly I need more. Their little advertisement thing makes it look so easy, like, oh, you just need 1 or 2 and you're good. You got that screwdriver? Okay, then same thing, I'm gonna smooth it. bucket already? All right, clearly 3 is not enough for this, but we're here, so you got what you got. So I'm gonna focus on around the drain and the front, because that's what's gonna get the most action. I'm gonna just rub what I got off of here onto there. And then Sean's gonna set that camera down and we're gonna try to put this in together. So we'll show you what it looks like once we get it in place. This right here, push it straight up towards me. Okay, now you can relax. So we got the glue in, and now I'm gonna secure this drain. So again, part of the reason we are on an elevated underneath, what am I trying to say? Part of the reason we left space underneath is because I've never done any of this before. So we have some play in this drain. So Sean's underneath, and so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take some silicone and I'm gonna put a bead of silicone all the way around on the underside of this. Make sure I got it all the way around. And then I'm also going to put a bead of silicone right here on the inside of this. And it specifically says do not use plumber's putty, use silicone. So, silicone it is. Okay, now Sean's going to go ahead and push that up to me. And then when she does that, I still have a rubber washer. I'm going to take this and we're going to screw that in place. Is that thing spinning down there, baby? Is it spinning? Yeah. No. Okay. Okay, go ahead and let go. Okay. So there you go. Good? I think so. So there you go. Now the drain's installed. It'll look much better once I take this off. There you see. Drain's installed. Now we're just going to let that dry. My silicone didn't come up too much. I'm going to do it while I'm here and thinking about it. I'm going to put a little more silicone right here along this edge so it doesn't leak behind the drain. And then I'm just going to run that with my finger. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. I think this hard washer is supposed to go in between the other two, but we'll see. So we'll let this dry. we'll make sure it doesn't leak, and then we'll get started on the walls. So there you go. As always, I forgot something. I went out of order. Big surprise, right? What I should have done when I dry fit it was I should have marked the spots for my studs and made a mark, and then came back and drilled it. So what I'm going to use to secure this to the studs are these 1-inch Tex, what do they call these? Self-drilling lathe screws. So you see it's got a flat head like so. So when we put it in there flush against the wall or against the pan, it's not going to protrude out and get in our way. So I'm just going to go ahead and drill a hole just through the plastic. I don't really want to drill through into the stud to make a hole, or to create a path in the stud. So there you go. And I'm going to work my way around and just keep doing that. I think I used a 5/32 drill bit, and these are number 8 screws. So the only thing I don't like about these is their Phillips head. So I'm going to struggle. There you go. Now we're good to go. So that's secured, and when we put our hardy backer or our cement board in, it'll come down, and this has a lip that comes in, so it'll sit flush on there, and we'll put a bead of caulking on there, but we'll talk about that when we come back and we put the cement board in. So now I think we're officially done. There you go. I misspoke. It was a 3/32 drill bit, not a 5/32 drill bit. So if you're going to use those number 8 screws, I think 3/32 is the way to go. But there you go. I mean, it might have taken us, it probably took me more time to get that hole straight than anything, which I did off camera, just because the way that it was drilled. Again, if I would highly recommend, just go ahead and get yourself a 4-inch hole saw, because it's just so much easier and cleaner and neater. But it's neither here nor there. It's in now. So like I said, I don't know, probably took us half an hour to do this, maybe less, maybe a full hour. I don't know, but not long. And then price, I don't remember. I think the pan was 180 bucks. The drain was like 15 bucks. And the liquid nails, I think, was $5 a thing. So for this size, what I say this was 32 by 48?
33 by, I think.
Yep. So about that size. I probably could have got away with 5 things of liquid nails altogether and be better off. But like I said, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. We'll see. I mean, if the great thing is if it starts to come loose, then I just take those screws out, I pull it up, and then I put some more of whatever I need to put down. But that's it. Pretty straightforward process. And then, like I said, just lots of silicone around that drain so you don't get any leaks there. And you're in business. So absolutely blessed. We couldn't be more happy that we're getting this far in the cabin, and we're going to have running water. We're going to have a shower. The toilet works already. Yeah, so we're in pretty good shape. Insulation's holding up well. And yeah, we're all good. Just ready for the rain to stop, and we'll be in even better shape. So, as always, we're absolutely blessed to have you along on this journey with us. We couldn't be happier that you're here with us and we could share it with you. So thanks to the YouTube folks too for giving us a spot where we can share this. So all of our friends and family and people all over the country or the world, wherever you're watching from, can watch this, and hopefully we can help you, inspire you a little, and help you see how easy some of this stuff is. So anyhow, enough of me jabbering. Of course, look over this way. We'll post a new video, something YouTube will pick for you. If you like what we're doing, hit like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. We post every week. And until next time, be safe and God bless.